2024. And yes, it is the third day in the month of May 2024. It feels good to welcome you to a brand new day. It's a Friday. Come on. Alrighty. Not a lot of people are excited. Well, quite most people should be excited. It's a Friday. I mean, for them, it will mean that work pauses just a little bit. And then Saturday and Sunday, they have to themselves. And then Monday, of course, officially, we get back to work. But to some people, to some of y'all that are still working all around the clock, man, I would want to suggest that, hey, sometimes take some time to just rest a little bit. But I know that responsibility may have a way of affecting you one way or the other. And if you don't go to that job, workplace and everything, it might really affect you one way or the other. But to you, I say, please, if not for anything, maintain a healthy living, eat a good meal if you can. Don't just make the money and make money, and you're not eating rightly. Take a lot of water. Very important. So you keep yourself hydrated. Do not be dehydrated. I mean, I say it's only the living that gets to, eat, that gets to do all of these work and everything. So come on, as you also hustle. You're hustling hard, I understand, but do that adding some moderation. All right? My name is Uduak Daniel, and you already know how it is. This is the weekend special. I like to call it the weekend special for the Eagles Morning Rise. And yes, it is the pages. Exactly what it is. But then, just before I intimate you as to what the pages is all about, you are watching now outside the shores of Nigeria, or you are in Nigeria and you're patronizing us, our online television station. That's right. We've got strong presence on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. So get on to any of these, and of course you'll be glad you did. Why? Because you get to see what's going on in the studio. You get to have a first-hand audio-visual radio experience that you can count on for Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. So on YouTube, give us a subscribe right there, and it will be at Eagles FM Abuja. On Twitter, yes, we are live giving you visuals. Yay! I tell you to choose audio and visuals together on Twitter. That is X, at Eagles FM Abuja. And the same goes for Facebook. On Facebook as well, we'll give you an audio-visual, radio experience that you can count on at Eagles FM Abuja. And do well to give us a like, give us a following, and we together grow this family, right? But the page as it is right now, and I'd like to greet you in the way that I know how to. I'd like to say, Ekaro. I'd like to say, Ndewono. I'd like to say, Inakwana. I'd like to say, Amesier, and finally, Una. Good morning. The Pages is that segment of the Eagles Morning Rises show where we get to look at the front pages of Nigerian newspapers and bring it to your eardrums as well as your visuals. And in the course of it, we also get to open the phone line so that you can responsibly and with all form of civility add your voice to the discourse. Okay, no name shaming, no name calling, no attack on the other family member who calls to share his or her views. But then whatever it is that you say has to be based in fact. If it's not factual, please don't say. And let's just base it to what we know already, and of course not so that we will be guided and we don't give an information that would be deemed to cause or incite the society. That's not what we wanted this time again. I tell you the truth, so please let us maintain some decorum. It's very important for us to do so. And you can join the conversation if you're outside the shores of Nigeria right there. You can add the prefix +234 to these numbers, 0907 353 0044 or 0908 766 8888, or the WhatsApp portal number is right there for your WhatsApping pleasure. I don't even know if there's a word like that. WhatsApping. Okay, WhatsApping. Just a WhatsApp. Send a message to the WhatsApp portal number. Send a voice note as well. Send a text message. All of them will do on 0909 705 4450. But just before we jump into the pages now, let me give you some things that you need to know. Governors, as at yesterday, yesterday sounded a note of caution to workers against unduly high expectations from the minimum wage negotiations. Hey, states will pay only implementable and sustainable wages. That's what they said, but expressed commitment to improve salaries for workers. So what they're saying is, hey, don't raise your hopes so high, because we will only pay what we can maintain and sustain as a minimum wage. Alright, but then they also welcome the call for an improved minimum wage salaries for workers that it's very, very long due, right? But the army has taken a significant step to prevent the killing of its troops through ambush by terrorists and bandits. On Thursday, as at yesterday, Chief of Army Staff, COAS, Lieutenant General Taureed Lagbaja hinted at the plan to take delivery of mine-resistant, ambush-protected MRAP vehicles in the next few weeks. I can't wait to see how these vehicles will look like. I mean, mine-resistant, ambush-protected, MRAP? That's a lot. Well then, this is to ensure safety of its personnel in the battle against terrorists and economic saboteurs. Now to Lagos State, where Lagos State contributes 41 trillion naira, 20% to the country's gross domestic product, GDP. Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Ahmed George, said, well, according to him, despite many challenges such as COVID-19 and EndSARS protests, the state has devised strategies to keep its economy afloat and boost investor confidence. Way to go. Now, the suspected mastermind of the March 28, 2022 Kaduna Abuja train attack, Ibrahim Abdullahi, aka Mande, and his accomplice Awal Ayuba, were on Thursday paraded by the police. I cannot wait to do this. Yes, this is good. Yes. Well, also paraded were also others believed to be terrorizing motorists and passengers plying the Kaduna-Abuja highway and residents within the axis. Well done. POLICE police. Well done. Former Katsina State Governor Ibrahim Shema has defected to the All Progressives Congress APC. Alhaji Shema was governor in the Northwest State between 2007 and 2015 under the People's Democratic Party PDP. Well then, suspected bandits have attacked Maraban, Agyaro, where they abducted the village heads of Kakangi and Kisaya villages and killed 8 villages in Birning Gwari local government area of Kaduna State. Awful. The attackers invaded the area around 8 a.m. on Thursday, 8 a.m., during which they also abducted 4 farmers who were on their respective farms. Seriously? A yet-to-be-identified police officer has gunned down a Lagos resident who prevented him from jumping queue to buy fuel at a Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited NNPCL filling station at Obalende in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State. Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer SP Benjamin Ondain confirmed that the officer who shot the victim has been identified. Okay, he's been identified, so what next? What are you doing about it? Don't just stop there. Well then, the Vice President Kashim Shettima on Thursday said President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms of the past 1 year saved the life of the nation. He described them as necessary given the poor state of Nigeria when he assumed office on May 29, 2023. And now the Federal High Court in Warri Delta State on Thursday commenced sitting on a 100 billion naira lawsuit filed by indigenes of Akwama community in Ughelli North local government area against the Nigerian army. Alrighty, they are challenging the military's invasion and destruction of the community. And finally, Anambra State government has arrested one Uzochukwu Okoli for giving out his underage daughter's hand in marriage. Okoli was apprehended after his daughter reported to the State Ministry of Women and Social Welfare about the ill treatment being meted out to her by her father and the man he forced her to marry. Now, this is not in the north. Before all of y'all go talking, oh, this is the north. This is now the east. That's the issue. That's the point when we say that these things, they don't just happen to one region. They spread. across. Right, but then this is the part where I get to bring to your eardrums what is going on the front pages of the Nigerian newspaper today. Got a couple of them. Well, the Nigerian Tribune is yet to sending their entries. We need to get an entry from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, but then we've got every other entry from the Vanguard to the Punch to the Nation to the Daily Trust to the Guardian newspaper. Yes, and we do all of this for you, because you are the real MVP. You are our VIP, and we don't take you for granted. Not now, not ever. Looking at the front page of the Vanguard newspaper now, big story: minimum wage. Governors working on what is payable. The governors are saying that we are working on what is payable, regardless of what it is that the committee on the new minimum wage will arrive at. We will only do what is payable, what is sustainable, and it's got a couple of riders to it though. And well, of course, this is coming from the NGF, by the way, and you'd find the story on page 5. It's got these riders. Says 37-member tripartite committee still consulting. Second rider assures of looking into remuneration of state judicial officers, infrastructure of courts. Third rider, labor justifies 615,000 naira wage demand gives breakdown. Okay, I mean, there's nothing as good as a breakdown, because it allows you to see all sides to it. And then yet the last rider this time counters government on May 1 commencement date for new minimum wage. Okay, now let's look at this one right here. It says press freedom crucial to democracy, good governance. NGE has got that to say. Page 8 has got that one to page 14. The resident doctors protest shortage of manpower. Others in Kogi. And let's take you now to the base of the Vanguard newspaper. Petrol scarcity, long queues linger despite federal government's assurances. Page 8 has got that story as well. Now, something from Delta State. Okoma Court adjourns till June 4 for hearing. Page 12 has got that story. And this one right here, it says, at a very, very, peak of the Vanguard newspaper banner right now, I see this one. NDIC raises deposit insurance coverage by 900%. And you'd find the story on page 19. NSA orders enforcement of cybercrime law. Page 8 has got that one. Seems like page 8 is really popular with the Vanguard newspaper now. And this one right here, page 12, Obaseki accepts an award. Okay, and let's look at this one now. Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, federal government's allegation divisive, distracting. And this is coming from Obi. Which of the Obi? Well, you want to find out. Page 9 has got that particular story for you. And for Port, this one says, Lukman battles Romas Diabala. 4 others for Serie A POTM award. Okay, that's for sports. Now, away from the Vanguard newspaper now to the Guardian newspaper. And the big story on the front page, this one, it says, Nigerian Unprofessional Football League is a big story. How dodgy officiating, complicit club officials, supporters ruin games. Pages 4 and 5 has got that one. And this one right here, petrol scarcity, long queues, dry pumps remain despite federal government's assurances. Page 6 has got that story. Page 6 as well, labor defense, 615,000 naira minimum wage proposal, estates review, fiscal capacity. Very important, that is. And this one, CSOs demand suspension of officials, party members facing corruption trial. Page 7 has got that story. NGE tasks National Assembly on better deal for journalists, and it's got this one on page 3. All right, 2 army officers face court martial over bombing of 100 in Kaduna. All right, page 30 has got that story. World Press Freedom Day. NAS seeks release of detained journalists. News page 7 has got that story. NDIC raises maximum bank deposit insurance coverage to 5 million naira. Page 19 has got that story. And that would be all for the Guardian newspaper. Alright, keep in mind that this is Eagles 102.3 FM. The pages where we look at the front pages of major Nigerian newspapers and bring them to your audio visuals. And now we are at the stop of the Daily Trust newspaper. The big story on the Daily Trust newspaper front page, which is really worrisome, is repentant Boko Haram members invade police station in Borno. It's got a couple of riders for precisely attack immigration and DLEA checkpoints. Second rider, we repelled them. Police say that. And no comments for now. Borno government is saying that. And the final rider to that big story, it calls for review of de-radicalization prog. Experts has got that to say. You find that story on page 4 of the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Now let's get on to this one now, and it's on page, I'm not sure what the page is, not very clear, but I'm suspecting page 11, alright, or 14 though. And this one says, we won't blame Buhari for our challenges. Shatima's got that to say. Bandits kill 17, abduct 5 in Kaduna, Kano communities. Page 1 has got this one to say. And to page 16, if I'm not mistaken, May 15 slated for inaugural flight as 65,000 Nigerians pay for Hajj. Right. Now let's get on to this one now. Binance founder sent to jail as Nigeria awaits extradition of Africa manager. That page is not so clear. Press Freedom Day. NGE frowns at abusive lawsuits against journalists. That page should be page 18. And we're committed to better wages. Governors has got that to say. Page 19 is on that one. And this one right here, Tudunbiri bombing, relatives demand justice as military indicts 2 officers. Page 6 has got that story for you. Now let's take you away from that one and give you some good vibey punchiness right here on the front page of the Punch newspaper. And with the Punch newspaper now, the big story, fuel supply, 9,000 marketers may lose licenses. Alright, page 21 has got that story. It's got 2 riders. First one, Ipman begs NMDPRA, NNPC not to delist operators from sale portal to avert fuel crisis. Alrighty. Second rider, queues persist as more filling stations open for sale. Pump price drops marginally. Alright. And at the very top of the Punch newspaper now, 615,000 Naira pay. Governors demand sustainable minimum wage. Page 2 has got that one to page 21. Government borrows 11 trillion Naira via bonds, T-bills in 4 months. Page 2, EFCC to move against schools charging dollars. Page 2 has got that story. Now, just to the side of the Punch newspaper, something from the power industry right there, power sector. Federal government warns saboteurs as power generation rises to 4,800 megawatts. Page 22 has got that story. Now I'm going to take you to the base of the Punch newspaper. So follow me now. And now at the base we find this one. Police stumble on drug den after Lagos market's fracas. Alrighty. They say every disappointment is a blessing, don't you think? Right? And that is some good stuff coming from the police. And we hope that you run your investigation and it will link you to other drug dens, because we need to stem out drug from the society. It might just be probably one of the factors why we're facing what we face with the youths today. But you should find that story on page 5 or page 6 of the Punch newspaper. And we see this one. Under bridge apartments, ejected tenant may face prosecution. May face. Pages 4 and 5 has got the story. And this one, London sword attack. Federal government condemns Nigerian British boy's murder. It is a murder. Page 15 has got that story. And then the last one that I'll be taking now, well, is this one. Police allay fears as IPOB declares May 30 sit at home. Page 20 has got that story. Away from the Punch newspaper now, bringing you the Nation newspaper. And for the Nation newspaper, we are looking at the story right now. It is the very big story on the front page of the Nation newspaper today. And yes, it says, states will pay only sustainable minimum wage, say governors, and it's got one writer, subnationals to adopt justice sector summit resolutions. Okay, this one says Lagos accounts for 20% of Nigeria's GDP. All right, page 7 has got that story, and this one says 50 held over Lagos market fracas. Page 29 has got that story. Taking you now just above the Nation newspaper banner now. Let's look at this one. It says new twist to Olubadan as Kingmakers Ladoja disagree. All right, it's got a rider intrigue keeps Olakulane waiting. All right, page 29 has got that one. Now let's get you to page 5. Police parade mastermind of Kaduna Abuja train attack. Lovely. I love that story. Binance chief's money laundering trial stalled. All right, refused to accept service. Order him. Page 6 has got that story. Army moves against ambush killing of troops. Like I said, they gave a name to the was it a car now? Yeah, so not really a car, but whatever it is. And I said, I'm really looking forward to, okay, I'll just go check it out after now. I need to see that kind of vehicle. Amazing. All right, but that's something. Way to go for the army. And this one, petrol scarcity persists in cities. Petrol scarcity persists in cities. It's got two riders to it. Market to sell at out. Okay, this is not so clear. Outrageous prices, if that is that, I don't know. Well, second rider, NMDPR fails to regulate retailers. All right, NMDPR failed to regulate retailers. Right, that's what that one is all about. Well, you can find that story on page 4 of the Nation newspaper today. And finally, I'm going to give you two more that would call it a close for the Nation newspaper. And this one, NGE seeks repeal of anti-press freedom laws. You'd find the story on page 6 of the Nation newspaper. And now to page 29, EFCC Cubana chief priest in near settlement. Right. Well, that is about that for the front page. As well, it's time for you to let me know what your thoughts would be. Which of these headlines pops at you, jumps at you, tickles your fancy, or calls for your reaction. Do that by also employing civility and responsibility in your responses. It is very, very necessary, right? And nobody's gagging you. Nobody's saying don't say what you have to say. But come on, let's not be like all of these guys who have been, talking out of point. Show them by example, all right? Because you're an Eagles listener, you should know better, right? And just to give you the numbers, 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888 or WhatsApp portal number 0909-705-4450. These are the numbers. Taking this one now already. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, this
Moses, welcome aboard. Good morning. Welcome to the weekend.
I was here night.
Well, I tried. I slept well. Feels good. Thank you. Yes, I did. I did, Moses. I did, Moses. I did.
You have a nature of happiness and peace.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Yeah, the people behind the Kaduna Abuja, one of them was arrested.
Yes, the mastermind.
It's a good one.
Yes, it is a good one.
And beyond that arrest, what Nigerians are saying is the judiciary should do what is needful. Because sometimes when we hear such arrests, such people be kept in prison. No case, nothing. Look at the first one, Mamu. up to date, you never hear the end case of that man. But do you know one thing, UD? When there were political cases on the ground, the judiciary were quick to rush those cases. Do you give second thought to what I am thinking about? What is that so much interested in political crisis that judiciary can come up with tribunals that can come up to make sure that those cases on the ground are highly settled? But a terrorist is still under custody. A criminal under state custody, the judiciary will not take quick judiciary actions to bring to book.
Right.
Because some of these people were being kept in prison, like what happened in Kuje prison. That was how they kept them till they came there to break the prison and bring them out. So I am believing that they should do quick justice.
Okay.
So then finally, what is how far that Bello issue with EFCC? Has Bello been arrested, or did they allow him to go free? Thank you, God bless you.
Alrighty, thank you, Moses, for that one. You have said quite a number of things right there, and you've asked one question, and I'm sure quite a number of persons are also asking. All right, I'm gonna attempt to look into that and give you what is the current situation in that regard. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh, that's a miss, though. Keep the calls coming through. Seeing this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
Yes, my name is Famous Sabiu. I'm calling from Suleja, Niger State.
Your name is Famous, yeah?
Yes.
You must be famous.
I want
All
to make comment on this issue of minimum wage. The federal government should take judicious notice of the activities going on with the oil sector. Fuel subsidy has been removed, and at the same time, electricity bills is going on regular basis. But they are not considering all these things and still insisting on their position. The 615,000 naira NLC is dragging. It's not justified. But then we are just trying to see how they can manage it, because this is something they always going to increase after 5 years. I just want to appeal to the state, the federal government, and the governors to see how they can reduce their own expenses so that they can carry everyone along. The situation is biting on virtually everybody, but just few that are enjoying. We cannot continue that way. Thank you, and God bless.
All right, thank you so much. We cannot continue that way. The federal government, please cut cost of governance. That's what he's saying right there. Well, let's take this one. Hello, good morning.
A very good morning to you, my brother.
Good morning to you too.
Happy Friday. From the way you sound, I'm sure you slept well.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yesterday.
I did sleep well.
And,
thank you.
You are on to Saminu Dauda from Life Camp.
Saminu Dauda, all the way from Life Camp. Welcome aboard, my brother.
Yes. You see, let me start by saying Nigeria is a blessed country.
Exactly.
Nigeria is too poor to be rich and too rich to be
poor, right.
I'm happy to hear that the bombing of this train Kaduna Abuja culprits have been arrested. Just like the last caller said, I hope the judiciary should do the needful.
Right.
And I also want to appeal to electronic and print media to follow this conclusion for Nigerians to know. Now, coming to the oil issue, and let me marry that with the minimum wage. You see, we are too dependent on oil. I wish Labour will come out for the benefit of all Nigerians. After all, how many Nigerian workers are there? What about the remaining people who are doing one petty business or the other? Why can't they tackle the government to look inward of the mineral resources that God has blessed this country? Just like last caller also said, the governors should reduce the excesses.
Right.
If they can fight insecurity and concentrate on the mineral deposit that God has given us, I'm telling you, my brother, Nigeria should have been the first Dubai. We have internal an external enemy that don't want this country to move forward.
Okay.
But by the grace of God,
We will, of course.
let
Indeed.
there be political will. Let us remove political, religious, and tribal sentiment. My brother, you and me know that Nigeria is the only country we have,
All right.
and we have no other place. Let's see how we can move this country to pray for our leaders so that they will do the needful.
Exactly.
That is my thing. Because
Thank
if
you.
you are talking about minimum wage,
Yeah.
it's not a question of 600 or 500. If we can export things outside this country, bring in people that will invest and make more money, and the naira value would definitely improve.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
My take on that.
Thank
May
you
God
so
bless
much.
you. May
Appreciate
God
it.
continue to bless our country and the good listeners of this wonderful station. Please, Nigerians, this is weekend. Drive to stay alive. Drive to stay property.
Exactly.
God bless you, my brother.
All right. God bless you
Thank
too.
you from Lifestyle.
Very strong words right there. Please. It gave each and every one of us an advice for the weekend so that we can see the next week. It's very important. Let's go play pay some bills right there. We'll be right back. This is The Pages on Eagles Morning Rise. And yes, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. A-Level School of Basic and Preliminary Studies announces admission into IGMB program for Maraba, Kubwa, and Suleja Resource Centers. IGMB is an acronym for Interim Joint Matriculation Board, moderated by Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, approved by the Federal Government of Nigeria, certified by JAMB for 200 level direct entry admission into any university without JAMB or post-UTME to study medicine and surgery, nursing science, law, engineering, or any other course of your choice. Hostel is available for all students. Cost of admission form is 15,000 naira from Sky Limit Studies Mungal Plaza behind Zinaria Secondary School opposite Umar Farouk Global Enterprises Maraba. Academic and non-academic staff can apply for immediate employment. For details, call the coordinator on 070 25 20 4933 070 25 20 4933 or 081 21 09 7007 081 21 09 7007. Announcer Management.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
According to global estimates, millions of young Nigerians are grappling with drug use and its disorders. What are the implications of this on our public health, national security, economy, education, and family? Join Oikeke Igado Kure on robust discussions sharing facts on drugs. What are the solutions? How do we find help even for those affected? Every Wednesdays at 4:30 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Together, let's break the circle, kick out drugs, save our youths to save our nation. This is an initiative of the Patriot Media Educational Foundation.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Hi there. Do you want to know how to get the correct approval or documents for your land and property? Do you need the right information on how you can prevent your building from being demolished? Then tune in to Town Planning Program on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja every Thursday by 4:30 p.m.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
You're tuning and locked on to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Thank you for giving your ears as well as your visuals to this particular platform. And keep in mind that, yes, we have an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on out there on social media. Talking about Twitter, talking about YouTube, talking about Facebook. Go there and give us a support. Give us a like, give us a follow, and give us the subscription right there. And as well as follow on Twitter, which is X as well. Well, then, we're still taking your reactions because this is the pages, and yes, we're still having that review for the newspapers. But Moses asked a question earlier about the Yahya Bello case. Well, then, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, is still handling on top of the matter with the Yahya Bello case, but it's not very clear how far the case has progressed. Well, the EFCC has been accused of misleading the public about Bello's case, and Bello's media office has also released a statement denying the EFCC's claim. So the case involves allegation of corruption and money laundering, and it is currently ongoing as it stands. Well, Yahya Bello, who happens to be the former governor of Kogi State, has been accused of money laundering by the EFCC. Bello was scheduled to appear in court for an arraignment, but he failed to appear, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. Well, he has been placed on a watch list as it stands, so he cannot move anywhere outside the country, and the federal government has prevented that from happening. So Bello's lawyers are they've argued that the EFCC's actions are politically motivated, and that the arrest warrant should be withdrawn. And that's just where we are with that case at the moment. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please.
This is Felix from Lambert.
That's right, Felix. Welcome aboard.
I declare greetings to all our highly esteemed callers and their listeners.
Exactly.
And I wish them happy weekends ahead.
Exactly.
Nobody should tell us about political whatever, motivated whatever. Well, whoever commits crime, nobody is above the law. Whoever is accused or alleged of criminality should make himself available and clear himself in the court of law.
Okay.
And let's stop this staunch of politically motivated. We have been seeing criminals taken to court and criminals prosecuted and sentenced. Those who are also, some may also be acquitted based on whatever case that is they are alleged of. So Yabele should go to court and then answer his case. Then talking about governors saying that they can only pay minimum wage that is payable. Look, Nigerians should fear God. Two things you need to do: love God, fear God, and love fellow human beings. No Nigerians is more Nigerian than the other. Some of them that are governors, look at their lifestyle. Look at the exotic cars they drive. Look at the house where they live. Even their pets receive more than 200,000 naira a month on their welfare and upkeep. Then what are we talking about? A man or a woman who has a family to take care of. He has been serving the government all the years. He has nothing to boast of. He has no building. He has no house. He has nothing anywhere. But animals are taken care of in their homes, and they live a very let them cut the cost of their living, and pay they put their money. They deserve. Every Nigerian worker deserve a good pay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Right there, every Nigerian worker deserves a good pay. And just to take, not to take the words out of your mouth, the former Labour chairman or Labour president Adams Oshomole also shared the same thoughts in an interview on national television yesterday. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Udwa. Good morning, sir.
Yes,
God
good
bless
morning,
you,
please. Bless you more.
Thanks for the good job you are doing.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Undu. Take him all the way from Nasarawa State.
Awesome. Take him be. Welcome aboard.
Please permit me to say hi to the priest.
Okay.
I believe that he's fine wherever he is. We are missing him.
Exactly.
I want to start with Tawhi, the young man who was shot by security personnel for them to challenge them for not being on the queue and then coming to buy fuel. Mr. Uduak, I want to ask you this morning, is there any law in Nigeria, maybe unwritten, that says if security personnel brings in a vehicle or they're driving, they can just walk past by those who have been there sometime, maybe for a whole night, because I've seen some of my neighbors that have gone to the filling station by 12 a.m. to stay there till daybreak so that they can be able to get fuel for their car. So a security personnel or some security personnel came in and they don't want to get on queue, they want to buy fuel, and you tell them you have been there overnight and they're angry. Is there any law that permits them to just come expressly and get fuel, Mr. Dua? That I don't know.
The law, there's a law in Nigeria that actually gives preference to security personnel to evade queues. So the law is Section 27 of the Highway Code 2004, and it states that vehicles carrying members of the armed forces, the police, or other security agents on official duty shall be exempted from complying with the provisions of this code relating to the control of traffic. Well, we talked about traffic though, and all of that, but I don't think there's anyone for. Yeah,
it's unfortunate, and I heard that Hundain, the CP for Lagos State, have simply said the man has been identified. Couldn't the man have been arrested by now? You are a killer security personnel and you have just been identified. I hope by now that man should have been arrested. Because even if someone does to challenge you, must you kill the person, Mr. Zuak? Must you kill the person? Is there no any other means of resolving the issue? I sympathize with the family and I pray God give them the heart to accept the death of this young man. Coming to the arrest of
you might want to hasten up now with this one. 30 seconds.
Yes, the Abuja drone attack is something that we will never forget. So I believe this time around the young man will not escape. Some people will not come and free him when he's there, and the judges will do the needful. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Tikimbi, for that one. You've made your point loudly and clearly. All right, that is a miss. Well, keep the calls coming through and send your messages via the WhatsApp portal too. And, let us know what your reaction is, based on what is going on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. See this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Prince Ike.
Yes, Prince Ike Oga.
That's right. Welcome aboard. Bless you more.
Well, that is my regular majesty. Has he returned? Yes, my profile victory.
It's fine.
And the entire staff of this Eagle FM, only God Almighty can bless you people, can give you people the fortitude and also charisma to cushion the wagon of journalism.
Thank you.
What I'm just trying to say is this. This issue of a minimum wage can never be highly overemphasized, because the whole Nigeria, giant of Africa, like Russia, being giant of Europe, China, being giant of Asia, like Brazil, being giant of South America. As we claim, let us justify it by practicalizing our giantness, because this our the workers, the civil servant workers can never be going to the work with empty stomach. They will not continue to be borrowing money, to go at the end of the month, a peanut is given unto them. Let all respect. According to, Martin Luther King Jr., he said that I'm not interested in power, for power's sake, but I'm interested in power that produces righteousness, morality, goodness, justice, equity, fairness, and also easy coexistence, and also tranquility, and also high point of harmonization. Look at what the leaders have been perpetuated, people serving them to be in abject poverty. Why common good or RAM are adequately being taken care of? Can't we do something to be humanistic once again, to protect the interest and also the image of our workers, so that Nigeria is going to cushion on? Is it not the same Nigeria to pay school fees to the to the student of other neighboring countries within the continent of Africa? Was it not Nigeria that pay the salaries of civil servants of other neighboring countries within the soil of this Africa? Now come to our own. Why are we celebrating others? Why our own can never be celebrated? We appreciated others so that our children, our people can never be appreciated. Don't you know that things fall apart, make anarchy loose upon the world.
Right.
Even though that politics is a dangerous game, that it has no relationship with morality, it has no relation with righteousness, justice, with justification, morality, and otherwise.
Prince Ike.
Why are we suffering? Why are we suffering? Why we have what it tells to make you and everybody to be happy?
All right, Prince Ike, thank you.
May God bless you, sir.
Bless you
Thank
more.
you.
Thank you. Well, then, Prince Ike, you have shared your thoughts right there. You've asked some great question. Why do we keep facing these? Well, still talking about the issues, the border around the killing or the shooting of the civilian. In such a case, it's not the security personnel's action of evading the queue to get fuel was not really justified under the law, and the civilian had the rights to confront them for cutting in line. However, the security personnel's response to the situation by shooting was completely unjustified and excessive. Indeed, that's just the basic truth. But then let's get on to this the WhatsApp portal this time and see what you are saying via the WhatsApp portal number, knowing fully well that you could as well share your thoughts, via the Facebook page wall, and your thoughts would be taken loudly and clearly because you are a bona fide member of the family. Okay. It seems as though there isn't any WhatsApp message at that moment, but then, okay, there are quite a number of it. Sorry about that. Alrighty, let's go to this one right now. I'll just take, first of all, I should take the messages, and then I will get to the voice notes, alright? Just as we used to do it. Or like we used to do it. Now let's get on to this one. This one right here is a message, and it says, "Good morning to you, my brother, Uduak Daniel. Good morning." It says, "Good morning to all the listener and caller of this great and wonderful radio station." Thank you for that one. This is Samuel from Kuje. The saying, no matter how you think the mad person is healed, he will never stop murmuring to himself, is what is playing out with a so-called repentant Boko Haram. The authorities should be very careful how they handle these categories of human beings. Nigeria is not at war, but there is nothing different between what is happening in our country and those who are fighting war. Terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers are still making us sleepless, giving us sleepless nights in the country, yet we are not fighting war. It is good to arrest people, but what happens after the arrest? I hope the judges will do the right thing. God bless us in this country, but we lack good managers of these numerous blessings. Have a great and wonderful Friday, my brother Uduak Daniel. Thank you so much. Yes, you too do have a great and wonderful Friday as well. Well, you've made a strong statement right there, Samuel. But now let's jump into the voice notes. I'm also hoping with you that the judiciary will do the needful and, of course, strengthen the system. All right, so that the democracy that we practice would not be a thing, an eyesore. Actually, let's take this one.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Uduak Daniel, and good morning, the good listeners of Eagle FM. My name is Mr. Okudile Okonkwo Onyemoyego, calling from the Suleja, Niger State. Yaya Bello, running from EFCC, and they ask why? Why is he running? Is he no longer the white lion? As he has been made us to know that he's the white lion. Why is the white lion not hiding?
Okay, I think that was a
good morning.
Podcast. Okay, this is the right one. Yeah, good morning to you too.
And good morning, the good listeners of Eagle FM. My name is Mr. Okudile Okonkwo Onyemoyego, calling from Suleja in Niger State. I want to talk about the comment made by the Vice President, saying that Mr. President Bola Tinubu economic reform has changed the life of Nigerians for the past 1 year. And they ask, change the life of Nigerians or improve the life of Nigerians as how? Are these people normally live in Nigeria, or are they governing us from the moon? How many times has Vice President come out in the streets of Nigeria and they feel what and they see what people are passing through? People can barely feed themselves, even wash in a day. Nigerians, in fact, 59% of Nigerians are turned to beggars. Both local beggars and professional beggars. There's no kind of beggars we won't see in Nigeria. And they are talking about improving the economy. How are they improving the economy? Improving the life of Nigerians. Nigerians are passing through hell now, more than ever. And the government is not doing anything. Look at the broadcast of the president on the fair march. Everybody was expecting. expecting is the president to address the issue of fuel. And nothing. They are talking about wages, or workers' wages. Even if you pay a worker 1 million naira in a month, before 2 weeks, that money will finish. Because everything in Nigeria is now on the high side. You can't see anything to buy in Nigeria. When you have 5,000 naira, you can't even cook common food with 5,000 naira. And we are talking about improving the economy of Nigeria. My brother, I'm tired. But Nigerians are frustrated. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, I feel your concerns right there. Well then, let's just go straight to taking other voice messages.
Good morning to Ubon Kubia Daniel. You know, you are a title man. I have to address you. I respect you. As Ubon Kubia Daniels, I give you the blessing. Suleiman, I greet you, and I greet Usman Dora, I greet Donatus from Niger State, and I greet Felix from Lambata. I want to start by talking about what the governor are saying. This governor, they are selfish. Let me speak this word. They are selfish. You know, with the subsidy is gone. Some of the state that we are receiving 2 billion, now they are collecting almost 10 billion. Now they are saying the workers shouldn't expect anything reasonable. You see how selfish they are? They will be there allegedly leaking this money. We have been talking of the governor. How they are even when he refused to submit himself to EFCC. Now look at the insecurity. I want to talk about the insecurity. On Thursday morning, around 8 a.m., bandit in Bled community in Birmingham, they kill many and they adopt many in Birmingham. As I'm speaking to you, we are talking of the insecurity. It's Daniel. There was a man that retired last December. I helped the man. I have been helping the man to process his retirement process. He normally come to my house and sleep. Then the Wednesday I will take him to the town. As I'm speaking to you, I think last month, the week I spoke to the man, bandit came to his house and they killed him. He retired, he hasn't even collected a penny for his retirement benefit. Now, you will hear government talking of repentant bandit, bringing them to society. Look at what happened in Maiduguri. The repentant bandit came into community and they killed people. It was Buhari that bring this evil act of, sorry to say that, I don't know how to call it. How will you say repentant bandit bringing them to society to come and do what? These are the people that is based on ideology and the belief of what they are doing. And you say they are repentant, you spend our hard-earned taxpayer money in order to bring these people into the society, and at the end they will still be killing people, and even government don't even care about the citizens. They could have show concern about the bandit. How will the government show concern about the repentant bandit and forget the victims? Look at what they have been doing. Thank you, sir.
All right, that is power. All right, let's go take another one now.
Good morning, Udwak. Good morning, all our callers and listeners on this platform this morning. My name is Eric Oshilajan. A policeman gunned down a man at a filling station somewhere in Lagos yesterday. It's very sad and unfortunate. You know, early this year, this slogan sprang up that no grief for anybody. I think Nigerians need to be very careful, particularly with our security personnel out there. Some of them are, trigger happy. Just a few days ago, we heard of a police inspector in Jos that chopped off his own wife's hand. His wife, just because of 3,000 or so. You can see how some of these personnel are. It's not that this incident happened yesterday. Honestly, that guy is a death that is actually avoidable. Yes, our security personnel cannot just get to a filling station and feel people are on the queue, and you feel because you are putting on uniform, people should go into hiding. No, come on, please. Let's get some fuel. We'll have solved that. But because they feel they are so empowered or they are above the law that they can do anything, like I said, a man carrying arm can do and undo. Honestly, it pains me. Because yesterday I was at NPC too. A soldier man just came in. I wouldn't know if he had spoken to the, the manager of that filling station, but he just came, he shunned the queue, and he came and bought fuel. I was not happy because he was ahead of me, but I just maintained my cool. He won't spend more than 5-10 minutes there. He'll get his fuel and go. So honestly, the same anger Nigerians are going through, all these security personnel are going through it because we all go to the same market, we're all facing the same hardship. So honestly, some deaths are actually avoidable, and honestly, Nigerians just need to be very wary of our security personnel out there so they can preserve their lives and property. Thank you, and happy weekend to all.
I can only breathe on this one right now. I can only breathe, and he has spoken it all. He has said it all, though.
Good morning. My name is Honorable Edward Napo. I wish everybody a beautiful weekend. Repairment of Boko Haram indebted police station, Bono. You see, we have been complaining. It's even here everywhere. We have been complaining. These people you have to watch them. You have to. Does it mean they have a group now? So these people finally they repented to come and regroup to cause a lot of problems in this country. The government should carefully look into this. Or one day this will destroy, even Asovia, they will destroy the National Assembly, they will destroy the whole Abuja, they will destroy Lagos, they will destroy this thing because they are out for a purpose. They are out pretending. There's nothing like the people we have killed a lot of people. We should be on what list. Are they in group now? How they come together to invade the whole police station? And most of them were told that they joined for the Nigerian Army or Police Service. I don't know whether it's true, but it's true there. We are sitting at time bomb. Seriously, it will be dangerous. Thank you. God bless you.
Well, God bless you too, Honorable Edwards. In this whole matter of repented or non-repented, don't you think that there might be some very powerful persons who are probably deciding the trajectory of what the narrative should be. Because, I mean, they say common sense is not so common. But then I'll just take this particular one right now as a message. This one right here says, "Good morning, Daniel. Good morning to you. I'm listening from Nasarawa State. I've always had problems with those who claim Boko Haram have repented. How does anyone know the evil people have repented? The government spent money on the so-called repented Boko Haram, allowing those whose houses they're burnt to stay in IDP camps. Children made orphans, women made widows. This evil people deserve to go and meet God, at least, to explain why they perpetrated so much evils." Taking Bihundu right there. Well, emotions, I know, running high now. Sentiment is getting deeply. But let's just be calm, okay? Apply some calmness to this conversation. I know that it gets to a point when you weigh the entire situation and you allow it weigh in to our present reality, it would be almost unbelievable to keep you calm. It would be almost unbelievable to keep you calm. But yes, Nigeria is a place where the unbelievable too happens, and the unbelievable can also happen in a positive way. So let's be unbelievably positive, with high hopes that it only gets better with time. Yeah, but I'll just bring certain things to your eardrums very quickly. But before I do so, it is also very necessary to weigh in on the fact that, look, we have to have our judiciary strengthened. It is too important. It has to be an institution that is strengthened, and they have to begin to get it rightly, because this burden on Nigerians, and I'm sure this burden on the government too as well, is really getting high, and we don't want it to get to a boiling point. So the judiciary has to do its best to douse the tension, right? So that we can indeed trust the process again, right? We can trust the process and not doubt the government's efforts. The truth is, the government is making serious efforts. There are indeed, some efforts towards bringing about change in the place of reforms, including the ending of petrol subsidies and all of that, and unifying the Naira's exchange rate and all, as according to the Vice President Kashim Shettima, stating that Bola Ahmed Tinubu's reforms saved the life of the nation. He had also gone out to describing that the reforms are necessary due to the state of Nigeria when the president assumed office on May 29 of 2023, right? But then if you say that the president is putting up these reforms, which of course we'll see on the front pages of the Nigerian news, inherent in our society to affect the life of that little boy who's out there orphaned because his parents have been murdered. We wanted to affect the woman who has just lost her husband, the man who has lost his wife, just like Selassie mentioned about the man who was expecting his pension and everything, who got killed while in the process of receiving a pension that he had worked for years. He had worked for years. And then it makes you wonder, was it all for a joke? Was it all for a lie? Right? What is the value of my life as a Nigerian? Big question. The authorities should answer these questions. Don't they value their lives? It's because they value their lives. That's why they also get security aids here and there. Who is the security aid for you and I? I know somebody would quickly say God. Well, indeed, God is. But then we are looking at a society where there should be a balancing, where people should be able to approach the security personnel and not have any fear whatsoever. Well, should they be feared? We should respect them. Yes, the uniform is, is a symbol of respect. It's more like the president extended, by the security personnel. So how you would respect the president, you should accord the same respect to security, personnel as you see them. But in today's reality, are we indeed having that mutual respect, because it's not supposed to be one-sided, right? So if anybody tells me as a security personnel that, look, I feel the heat, of what's going on in the society and all of that, well, my answer to you would be, I also feel the heat. Are you Nigerian? Oh yes, you are. I am Nigerian, right? So I feel the heat as much as you do, and in fact it behoves on you as a security personnel to lead by example, right? And show us the way forward so that we can have trust in you, trust in the system, trust in what you stand for, and use you as a strong example for generations that are yet to come, or generations that are much younger, right? The coming generation and all that, who are here with us. And my greatest fear is always that they are seeing how we act, and they are learning and walking in the same way. And in fact, they would even do they'll do worse. If we don't get it rightly, if we don't begin to change, we may not see the change that we want to experience in this lifetime. But I don't want that. I want us to see that change. Well, Vicky Vic is here, and it's going to be changing the narrative from me, the sports, from the political aspect now, newspaper review is going to take it, to the sporting world, and give you a flyover on Eagles Wings on sports, on Eagles Wings right here. He's just put a smile on his face, and today he's not wearing black. I guess he comes in peace. He's wearing a white this time. But anyways, though, you already know the audio-visual experience that you can count on is what you get here anytime, any day. His voice will be next. Don't go away.